What's up, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm Star Wars champion, Andrew Dimalanta.
And I'm Nicki Dimalanta.
Do it right.
Also Star Wars. Star Wars competitor.
Yeah. So only three matches. Yeah. Only three matches this week. For this week. No pay-per-view this week.
No.
Thank goodness.
No, just tree matches.
Tree matches.
Just tree.
Just tree. So no news, I don't think. As if we know, like we're a news breaking podcast.
Same song and dance every time.
Every time.
Not, I don't know why, but here we are.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think so. So let's just do it.
Just go and do it.
All right, cool. First match. We got ourselves a round one singles tournament match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, we've got King Khan of the Finn Stock Exchange versus the delinquent Lon Harris of Swag.
Now, Daryl would say this is Khan's, like, I hate to say first real test, but like this is like his opponents have gotten harder.
Right.
Like in experience as well. As has gone, because he faced Flickinger, who wasn't prepared at all.
Yeah.
Just whatever. But then he faced Ben Bateman. Goddard, sorry, not Bateman. Faced Goddard. Goddard's experience, but you know, this is his second season.
Right.
Hitting a bit of a rough spot. So
yeah.
Now he's facing Lon Harris, who
one
is
half of Final Exam, who's like, you know, championship level team here.
Yeah. And anytime you get Lon Harris in a match, it's like, which Lon are you getting? Because when Lon is on fire, he's on fire.
I love Lon.
And then when he is not on fire,
he's not on fire.
He's very cold.
Yeah.
So it's really like, which one are you getting? So
love Lon. I don't care which one I get. I love Lon. He is the best.
Then they were coming out because excuse me, this is at the Scum and Villainy. He he swiped a bottle of something.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you didn't see him as it's coming out. It was funny.
I just love how he comes out and he just. I was laughing with just him walking out just because he looked like he was confused, and I'm like, he hasn't even done anything, and I'm laughing already. Like, I love Lon, the best. Okay. And also in your promo, okay, I kind of see you with your Beyond the Schmoedown sticker. Okay.
That's what's up. I just continue to get brownie points from us.
Okay. Round one. Lon missed a question about 7 pounds, which.
Yeah, I continually forget about that movie. I was like, God, that cast sounds so familiar. What is it?
Was that Will Smith? Am I thinking of it? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, Will Smith obviously did giveaway. Just like.
Oh, I didn't realize he was actually in the question. I thought they would have omitted him.
No, they put it in.
And they said 7 pounds, which Mark Ellis said was how many pounds he is away from his goal weight. Stupid. And then Lon also missed the question about Despicable Me.
He said it was 2, I think. Or 1?
I don't know.
No, he didn't get it. He just didn't have it.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
So it was a rough start because it was, I don't know if it was 2 in a row, but it was definitely too early on.
Yeah.
And it was like, no. Mm-hmm. But then at the end of the round, Khan missed a question about Red Eye and something about Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, so Khan misses the last 2.
So boom, with that, 6-6, we're all evened up. Round 2. Khan goes first, spins away from Black Cinema, gets opponent's choice. Uh-oh. And they figure, he's young, give him 70s. But he crushed it and got a perfect round 2. Yeah. So, oops, what? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That
I don't
backfired.
know if they had any tape on him on the 70s. I just like, oh, he's young. So give it to him because like, had he done something like this before, it's like, oh yeah, he really knows the 70s movies. Like, well, let's just go ahead and give him Black Cinema because he spun away from it.
Yeah.
So
imagine if Khan was like really good at Black Cinema and he was just so sure of himself that he was like, let me spin away.
Yeah.
So that when I get opponent's choice, if and when they give it to me and it's like a crazy reverse psychology, that'd be nuts. Anyways, they gave him 70s and himself. He crushed it, got a perfect round 2. Lon goes, he spins mystery, multiple choice 1 time, but got it right. Nice. So now it's 13-14 in favor of Khan. Round 3, 2-pointer for Lon. Directors, who directed the film Straight Outta Compton and Friday? F. Gary Gray?
Yes, I believe so.
Got it. 2-pointer for Khan. Sports. Mark Wahlberg stars as Vince, I don't know if it's Papali.
Yeah, Papali.
A local Philadelphia man who was given a shot at professional football in what 2006 Disney film?
Unbreakable?
Invincible.
God, I did it again.
I think you said that like during the match.
I said the recruit or something like that.
Oh.
Not the recruit. Oh, no, like. I can't remember what I said, but I knew the movie. I just couldn't remember the title.
Invincible. 3-pointer for Lon. Spielberg. What Spielberg film features supporting performances from Jennifer Garner, Amy Adams, and Martin Sheen? Catch Me If You Can.
Love that movie.
Got it.
So good.
3-pointer for Con. Oh, here we go. Now we land back at Black Cinema. Oprah Winfrey and Danny Glover were directed by Jonathan Demme in what 1998 psychological horror film? Never heard of it, but it was called Beloved. Mm-hmm. He did miss it, so we stick with Con.
First 5-pointer?
First 5-pointer. Mm-hmm. Will Smith. Gerald McRaney plays Will Smith's father, Bucky Spurgeon, in what film?
Focus.
He missed it.
Yeah.
So with that, 16 to 18 in favor of Lon
Harris.
Like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not the, this is a match that we very rarely, not rarely, but we don't really always see with Lon because, like I said, it's either he's like really on or he's just missing things left and right. This one, he only missed really 2 questions, and that was it in the first. Like, it felt like you just had to get warmed up
a little bit,
just get back in the swing of the game flow, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's this, it's that, it's this and that.
He had a good round 2, only went to multiple choice 1 time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just seemed like he had to get a little warmed up first.
Yeah, and as for Con, it's just like 2 questions I just didn't know the answer to. So,
it's rough because absolutely stellar round 2. Mm-hmm. They were even in round 1. Perfect round 2. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just that luck of the draw, getting 2 questions for your 3 and your 5 that you just don't know. It's it sucks.
Yeah. So swag is starting to gain some steam now. Especially, I think Lon really needed this after that team's loss.
Yeah,
because you can tell, the character work, whatever, but you can tell it's like
that had to have been tough.
It had to be tough because it's like, it came down to me missing a question because everybody else got it.
Yeah,
and I was the one that missed it. That's what cost us the match.
Yeah, that had to be hard.
Yeah, a title shot was on the line and all that stuff, and it's like not only did Lon need this, but swag needed this as well. Because like I said in the last episode, it's like if they want to start making moves. Yeah. In the title race.
Money moves.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be now.
Yeah.
They need to start winning. You keep losing, you're not there's really a very little chance of you climbing your way through the ranks. But it's not like Finstock Exchange needed this. But it was just for Finstock Exchange, it's pretty much just like bragging rights. Like look at our rookies there, because like JTD's not in the tournament, Roka's not in the tournament. The only signed player that's in the tournament is Barbarian.
True.
Who has yet to go, right? We haven't seen him.
I don't think we have yet, no.
So
Yeah. I think a lot of people were betting heavily on Con.
Yeah.
But
the hot hand coming in, the fresh new rookie.
Yeah.
Lon is kind of hot and cold, like we said. But yeah, I think it's
good match. I think it was seemed to be an evenly matched match. Mm-hmm. Just a rough round 3.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just unfortunate that he just had to get those 2 questions.
Yeah.
That's the luck of the draw. That's where luck really plays a factor in this game.
Yeah.
It's like it's the luck of the draw that you just happen to get those 2 questions.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that I don't know. Oh no. This is not at the end of Con.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's on a team.
Because we had the teams tournament. I forget what their team's name is called because it didn't make sense to me why they were called that. Mm-hmm. But he's teaming up with somebody else.
Yeah. I can't remember. We don't have the brackets in front of us.
My brain. Sorry. Con, if you're watching, I don't know. Sorry, man. I don't know what to tell you. I can't. It's not Star Wars, so I don't know.
Buy another sticker and plaster on the back of the represent.
Sorry. I can't even think of who's on the team.
I can't remember.
How embarrassing. You. Anyways, next round, let's just blow past that. We got another round 1 singles tournament match. Mm-hmm. I'll never say tourney. I hate it.
Yeah, I do too.
I hate when people say tourney.
Yeah. Congrats. I hate congrats.
I don't have a huge problem with congrats.
I have a huge problem with congrats. It sounds so impersonal. I was like, oh, congrats. It's like, thanks. I appreciate the support.
Yes. And you also led me to something else that I cannot stand. So if you think saying congrats is informal?
Not informal. It's just so.
What was the word you used?
Impersonal.
Like,
because it's like, oh, congratulations. That sounds so much more. Yeah, it's like, congrats. It's like, you don't really care.
Congrats.
It's like, oh, congrats.
I guess.
Yeah.
What's even worse when people just say grats. I feel like I've heard that before.
I've never heard that before. Is that a Gen Z thing?
I don't know, but I would have sworn I've heard that somewhere. Like, stupid. But like at work, people do this a lot where you're signing like a work email or whatever, and they sign it V/R. Can you not, like, what? And it's supposed to mean very respectfully. There is nothing more disrespectful than not being able to type out the word respectful.
In an email. It's not like you're in a rush to...
You can make a signature block that auto-populates as soon as you open a new message.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? VR. Get out of my face. Just like when people IM me, they say GM for good morning. I'm like, can you not? You can't spare me those letters? Like people that say GM to me, I purposefully will be like, good morning to you, sir.
I think that's the one thing that... not just like this new generation of like kids.
It's not just younger people.
Everybody. I think everybody's forgotten why we use shorthand, especially in text form.
Because of our terrible phones that we used to have.
It was texting when texting was a new thing.
When you had to press the 5 like 4 times to get the letter you wanted.
That's pretty much where all this OMG, LOL. That's all this came from because we had to. The generation will never know this of like. You look it on the phone. It's like, oh, A, B, and C are on 1, and then down the line, so you had to hit. Like
those were good times. Simpler times.
Simpler times, not good times. Simpler times.
I think they were good times.
I had when I got my BlackBerry and it had 2 buttons per key. I was like, oh, this is life changing.
Okay, there's a radcast. It's things that we miss.
Oh yeah.
From like the good old days.
Like flip phones, yeah, sure, but I miss the whole. Hello, like you can like
and
have some spice on it.
Conversely, the whole like snapping it shut.
Yeah, I had a slider one where it flipped out like the Matrix.
I never had a slider phone. I always had a flip phone.
It was so cool.
And then I had a Nextel 2-way walkie-talkie phone. So cool, so cool. Yeah, but anyways, if you say VR at the bottom of an email, that's not very respectful to not be able to type those words out. GM for good morning, TY for thank you. SG. YW for you're welcome. Shut up. We don't even know what that means.
It just sounds good.
But like, oh.
You just got that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shout out to my Overwatch clan.
Wow, I didn't know that SG actually stood for that. Okay. Yeah, no, makes my blood boil.
I think the only one that I think I have no problems with is GG.
I'm fine with GG. I'm fine with LOL because who's going to type out laughing out loud? Like, that's just weird.
Good game. Just GG. Boom.
Yeah, those are fine. But, and TTYL, just because that's just like so 2000s, you know? But
TTYL? Too much.
Talk to you later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was confused with the other one. Too much information. Or TMI, that's what it is.
VR, though.
That one I can't stand. TMI.
Face. Oh, my God. All right, moving on.
Sorry.
Dangerous Dan Murrell of the dungeon versus Jessica, the sleeper Schloth of the den.
What a rough draw.
Yeah, this was an interesting match.
1-1, very quiet, very self.
Like, and you're going against
quiet little girl.
Dangerous Dan Murrell. Oh, I don't know, the goat of the game.
And she said in her promo, it's like, oh yeah, my favorite player. She had the goat sweater on. It's like, oh no,
that's a rough draw.
I mean, to be in that situation, it's like, yeah, it's your rookie season. But like, look who you're facing. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's cool, but I'd also be peeing my pants.
Yeah.
No thanks. I mean, Dan's a cool guy, but I wouldn't want to be facing him.
I only said like 2 words to him in person.
More than 2 words.
Yeah. We've talked in passing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked in Orlando.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
It was.
I remember you were like stunned that he was like, I don't know how you Star Wars people do it. And you were like, I don't know how you singles people do it.
Yeah.
Like, that was a surreal moment.
That was the first time we met him in person. Little did we know that I'd be playing on a faction with him the very next season.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah. Cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Round 1. Both missed a question about Jessica Alba.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, because he said Jessica
Biel.
God, his Jessica's mixed up.
Jessica Alba.
And understandable, Jess missed the question about Scream 4 because she said regular Scream.
Yeah.
No number. And then Dan missed the question about Patrick Dempsey, McDreamy himself. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, I never watched that show. What's that show?
Not in the Sex and the City.
No, the one in the hospital. Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy, you never watched that?
My mom was super into Grey's Anatomy, but I never watched it.
Obviously, I was a Scrubs fan, so...
Yeah,
because they'd always make fun of each other, I think, or some fans would make fun of each other.
Well, they're very different shows, I think.
Yeah, vastly different shows.
They were just both in hospitals.
Yeah,
but by the end
on the air in the same time slot, I think. I can't remember.
Who cares? After round 1, 6-6. Round 2, Jess spins young adult adaptations.
I think she likes that.
Well, she went to multiple choice once and she missed it, and it did get stolen. And then she had a 2-point miss, and it was stolen. It was Insurgent. Rough. I think she said Divergent, but it was Insurgent.
Yeah, that's like you're in the franchise, but like wrong movie.
Dan goes. He spins opponent's choice. He gets given rom-coms. Multiple choice one time, missed it, but it was not stolen. By the end of round 2, it's now 10-15 in favor of Daniel. I can only assume that it's short for Daniel. Can you imagine Daniel Murrell? Like, ugh.
Daniel Murrell.
I mean, I can only assume that's what it's short for.
This sounds like a personal injury lawyer. Daniel Murrell, are you injured?
Daniel Murrell at law.
Injured? Need a lawyer?
Need to know a lot of stuff about trivia from movies? Call Daniel Murrell.
Daniel Murrell. Murrell and Murrell.
I can only imagine that, like, call Bateman and Murrell. Attorneys at law.
Please, somebody, like do some kind of like, you see the billboards. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Injured? Call Bateman and Murrell. Please put that. Somebody Photoshop that.
Oh man, because I mean, how many Dans are there in the world that they popped out as a baby and they were like, oh, Dan, and it wasn't
Daniel
short for anything, which is like, nope, it's just Dan.
Yeah.
I'm like, are there any just Dans in the world?
I don't think so. Bateman and Murrell.
Bateman and Murrell.
Attorneys at law.
Attorneys at law. Need to know a lot about Jaws.
They'll go on monologue rants for their opening arguments.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love to see that like show by the two of them. That'd be hilarious.
We're legal custodians. Get it?
I'm just gonna move past that. Round 3.
Somebody will get me in the comments.
Somebody help me. 2-pointer for Jess. Scores and soundtracks. Prince won an Oscar for Best Original Song Score for what 1984 film, which included such...
Sorry.
Spoilers!
Sorry.
Which included such hits as Let's Go Crazy and When Doves Cry. Purple Rain. Or as our daughter would say it, Purple.
Purple. She says it properly now.
Purple Rain.
Purple.
Got it. 3-pointer for Jess. Julia Roberts, who plays Philip Stuckey Edward. The insensitive... I'm assuming that's right. No, I didn't get auto-corrected. The insensitive lawyer in Pretty Woman. George Costanza himself, Jason Alexander. She missed it. These pretzels are making me thirsty. No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, isn't that... I don't know Seinfeld as well as do Friends.
It's a Seinfeld reference.
Yeah, I know, but that's not Costanza that says it, right? That's
of course it's Costanza that says it, yeah.
I thought it was what's his face?
Well, there's a couple people that say it because they're like practicing.
They're making fun of him, aren't they?
They're like practicing a line for, I forget if they're auditioning for a commercial or a TV show.
I think it's a commercial.
But I feel like that was a line like, these pretzels making me thirsty. And I don't know if it was Kramer, but I remember George was just sitting there and he's like, you know how George gets.
Yeah.
He's like, these pretzels are making me thirsty.
It's all pipes.
Oh, Seinfeld.
I can appreciate Seinfeld.
It has some good moments.
It's not my... I was obviously Friends or Seinfeld.
I was more into Friends. Many more of the Seinfeld jokes went over my head when I was younger. A lot of the Friends jokes went over my head too, but it felt more relatable.
The headboard one, yeah.
Yeah, there was lots of Friends things that went over my head, but I think Seinfeld had it even more.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it was George Costanza. She missed it. 5-pointer for Jess. Sticking here. Remake and reboots. Cody Smith McPhee stars as Owen, a young boy who befriends a vampire in this horror remake. Let Me In. She missed it with that 12-15 in favor of Daniel Murrell taking home a TKO to the dungeon.
Oh, like they needed it. Man, like this is a puzzling rough match for Murrell. Like he missed several in the first.
More misses than you're used to seeing for Dan.
It was like, whoa, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Maybe the questions are harder. I don't know. I don't have a gauge for that, especially in singles. I don't know. So who knows? Maybe the questions are being stepped up and we're all just used to seeing Dan Murrell do Dan Murrell things.
Yeah.
Who knows? But it just was odd. It was an uncharacteristic amount of misses for Dan. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for it to be like tied at the end of round 1, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was like, are we gonna?
Would you look at that?
Because could you imagine if Sloth would have beaten him. I was like, whoa, upset of the year. Come on now.
Yeah, that would have been tremendous.
Yeah. And especially since Dan hasn't had the best of luck in tournaments. Man, and like, I could speak to that because like the difference between tournaments and regular matches, it's like it's such a different feeling. It's like because if you lose in a regular season match, it's like, well, I'll come back and give me another match. You lose in the tournament, it's like you're done. You're not coming. You're not really coming back.
Done, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. And for whatever reason, Dan just hasn't. I think that's the one thing on his resume that he just doesn't have. Is a tournament win. Yeah.
Well, because he's usually the one holding the belt that everyone's trying to chase. So
he has the last tournament he played was not in this season, but in the singles. Last time he was in the singles tournament was 2 seasons ago.
Jeez.
So it's unfamiliar because I think he lost to Ethan in the last one he played. I can't remember.
I definitely don't remember. But what I do know is that now we get to see in round 2 Dan Murrell versus Lon Harris.
Ooh, so that'll be fun. One. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. Daniel Murrell. Can't wait.
Somebody who's good at Photoshop. Give me a Bateman Murrell injury law firm billboard. Yeah,
because John Kaiser also sounds like somebody who could be a part of that firm.
Kaiser, Murrell, and Bateman, injury attorneys at law. That'd be great. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a great round 2 matchup because again, any tournament, the further you get into it, it's like, oh man, heavy hitters.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't remember the whole bracket because it's huge.
Yeah,
but I remember the lower left because Dan and Lon are on the top left of the bracket. And I feel like that bottom left of the bracket was like,
yeah.
That's a tough corner. So it's going to be really fun to see what happens in round 2 of that whole side of the bracket.
Yeah, like that lower, I don't know, football's back. So my football's on my brain. It's like that lower left hand's like, what is it? The NFC? Yeah, NFC South from like 2 seasons ago. It's like everybody was just on fire. Or 3 seasons ago. However long ago when all of us were good. Sorry. Football's back.
Oh God, I just fell asleep.
I wanted to wear my jersey, but I forgot to put it on. But whatever. I'll wear
we already sat down. He's like, "Oh Jesus! Oh well, I'm already sitting. I'm already wearing a shirt.
Camera's rolling. I'm already wearing a shirt. But whatever. Next episode.
Maybe next time.
I had a big win this week.
The season only just started, so there's plenty of time to wear the jersey.
Yes.
Okay, let's move into our third and final match.
Gotta represent the Knights, baby.
Of the week. We've got an IG match.
Ooh, oh yeah, that's right. Ethan Irwin in the second round.
A round 2-er. We've got Robert the Spider Parker of the Dungeon versus Ethan Big Time Irwin of the Usual Suspects. Round 1. And the winner of this goes to the finals, right?
Oh, yeah, yep. It's the finals on that side of the bracket, yeah.
Round 1. Ethan missed a question about the 2 towers. Something about Wizarding World and something about Alien or something in the Aliens franchise.
Yeah.
Parker missed Mystery Men. They both missed a Transformers Age of Extinction.
Don't blame them.
Question. Never seen it. 6-8 in favor of Parker, but you said that The Last Night is worse.
Yeah. I don't know how, but yeah.
I just remember you hated that movie.
I could not stand that movie.
Round 2. Ethan goes first. He spins away from Transformers and gets Wizarding World.
Oof, should have stuck with Transformers.
Not the best of round 2s.
Yeah.
He went to multiple choice, I believe, all 4 times because I think there's 4 questions. So multiple choice all 4 times. Oh, my bad. That's 5. Yeah, because he got one straight out. So he went to multiple choice 4 times, missed 3. All 3 got stolen.
Of course, because Parker's good at Wizarding World. What is he not?
Got one of the multiple choice questions right. So got 1, missed 3. Those 3 were stolen. So big time. Robert goes. He spins fantasy sci-fi, which I argue is basically just the mixed bag of IG.
Let's go ahead and talk about this because you're thinking about it in the sense of
yes,
it's about a guy that flies through the air.
Exactly. Is that not fantasy?
Kind of fantasy.
Is that not science fiction?
I'm thinking about it in the way of categorizing movies. So if it's a Marvel movie, it's a comic book film.
Which falls under the huge umbrella of fantasy sci-fi.
But that's not when you look at it and you're like, hey, you're going through IMDb. It's like, I'm looking for a sci-fi movie. It's not really going to be, it could find its way in there, but it's being listed first as a Marvel comic book movie. So you think of Back to the Future, obviously science fiction. Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, obviously fantasy. Avengers Endgame. Comic book movie. That's what you say first. It could fall on time travel. Yeah, fall under science fiction. But as far as the genre of the film, it's a comic book movie.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree with you. I get what you're saying.
I can get what you're saying, but I'm saying it's like, this is why, like, it's its own slice because, yeah, it's very broad, but you're not going to, I don't think you'll be asked about Marvel and DC films in this slice because they're comic book movies. Maybe. You can find, there's a comic book movie slice that MCU and DC can find its way into. But when you line the science fiction, sci-fi fantasy, you're not expecting comic book movies to come up in it. You know what I mean? I think that's stupid. They're all fantasy. Then why not just name it Mixed Bag? Exactly. Because they're all fantasy. They're all science fiction. I get what you're saying, but it's wrong. They're all fantasy. Are there really people that get bit by spiders and then turn into spider people? No, it's fantasy. For my young listeners and audience members that are in long-term relationships, this is what marriage looks like. This is exactly what marriage is. Yeah. Because all IG is fantasy sci-fi. Not all science fiction is necessarily IG, but all IG is fantasy sci-fi. I get what you're saying. And I get what you're saying, but you're wrong. Husbands are never right. Well, step your game up. I don't know what to tell you. When you got an argument this ironclad, it's hard to dispute. Because are there really Jedi in the world? Or is that fantasy, science fiction? Are there really Thanoses running around snapping people? Maybe. But for right now, it's a fantasy. So, I don't know, man. Feels good to be right. I get what you're saying. And that's dumb because IMDb said it. Cool story, IMDb. Anyway, so he spins fantasy science fiction. I got beef with IMDb right now. Anyways, he spins fantasy science fiction. He goes to multiple choice twice. Missed both, but they were not stolen. So by the end of round 2, it's 9-17 in favor of Parker. Oh, no. Ooh. Round 3. 2-pointer for Ethan. Wizarding World is She's Back, baby. Ooh. The spell Brachium Emendo. Who knows if that's right, can be seen performed in what Harry Potter film? Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. He missed it. I don't know what he said. Another Harry Potter and the Azkaban? I don't know. Harry Potter and the... I don't remember what he said. Another one. Azkaban? 3-pointer for Ethan. Batman. Who plays Commissioner Gordon in Batman Forever? Oh, great question. Batman Forever. Mm-hmm. Here we go again. It's the one with Freeze out. No, that's Batman and Robin. Batman Forever, Trapeze Family. Yes. Who plays Batman in Batman Forever? The one with the Trapeze Family. The one where Robin's a trapeze artist. Mm-hmm. Val Kilmer. Correct. Oh, boy. I'm getting there. I'm really getting there. There's only one Commissioner Gordon for me, and it's Gary Oldman. Right? Gary Oldman. Right? Am I right? Oh, yeah. In the Dark Knight? From the Dark Knight franchise. Yeah. I mean... what's his name? I didn't even know Commissioner Gordon was in another movie. Yeah, he's in all the Batman films. I can't know who he's played by in the next one, but he's played by J.K. Simmons in Justice League. Yeah. That's a movie? The Justice League? Yeah. Yeah. Haven't seen it. There's a whole Snyder release cut of it too. Remember? Oh, that one. Yeah. Oh. You still haven't seen the Snyder cut. It's fantastic. It's pretty good. No. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty good. I haven't seen it. It's better than J.K. Simmons, really? Yeah. Not Drumline. Yeah. You're thinking of that's Nick Cannon. He's hilarious. No, I'm thinking of the one. What is it called? Whiplash. There you go. I remember this is one before I started reviewing stuff. I was like, I get warmed up. Watch a couple, and I watched Whiplash. I started it, and I was in the living room. You're darting around cleaning the house. And I'm sitting there, and you're like, you sure you don't want to sit down and watch this? He's like, no, it sounds dumb. 10 minutes into the film, you keep doing this number. And by the 5th time you did it, you sat down and you stayed there for the rest of the movie. And you're like, that was a good film. I was like, yeah, you should have started it. Who cares? You do that with Birdman with me? Or? Doubtful. No, I don't think you did that with Birdman. Highly doubtful. I do remember thinking that Whiplash was good. Yeah. I do remember. I had things to do.
I gotta clean the house up after you.
Well, I'm not that messy.
You know? Gotta clean.
This room is very...
I'm one of those people that like my soul feels clean when my house is clean. And when everything's a mess, I start to feel anxious and itchy.
That's how you know you're an adult. You know you're a real adult when you buy like a new appliance. You're like, oh, it's coming today.
Yeah.
We got a new washer dryer.
Oh, that was really exciting.
Oh, they're coming today.
That was pretty... And they came like early, I think.
Oh, yeah,
that was really exciting. Yeah. And I bought like little countertop decorations for the kitchen, like to build ambiance. I'm like, oh, wow. How cute.
It's like a new kitchen.
Oh my God. So cute. Pat Hingle apparently is a Commissioner Gordon. He got it. 5-pointer for Ethan. DC. Mariel Hemingway plays Lucy Warfield in what film featuring Superman? Got to be honest with you, didn't catch what the answer was. However, Ethan did miss it.
He said Superman 3.
12-17 in favor of Parker, bringing home another TKO to the dungeon. That's 2 this past week.
Yeah.
Not that they need it, but it happened.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty decent run by Irwin in his first season as an IG competitor.
Yeah, for just being like, sure, I could try it.
He shows promise. He's just like, oh, you got to brush up on a couple places.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not that much different from his study tag. It's a little, it's different because of the fact that you got to go a little bit deeper with the questions. It's not so much quote unquote surface level questions.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Heavy emphasis on that.
Yeah, there's a lot more plot driven things you got to worry about in IG, and then more so in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
for somebody who just went, I guess. Sure,
I'll do it. Yeah.
He did pretty well, you know?
Yeah,
I think I got no questions right.
Yeah, I can see him jumping into this division next season and be like, let's try it again. I would love to see Dan Murrell next season, because he's not doing it this season, to make his IG debut against Ethan Irwin.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Because
when are you ever going to get that opportunity ever again?
Yeah.
Almost never.
Yeah.
So I was like, first IG match for Dan is Ethan Irwin.
Yeah, it was fun to see Ethan and Paul going at it in IG. That was just kind of like, what? So it'd be really cool to see him and Dan go at it.
Yeah.
But it's not a surprising outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it was a TKO is like, oh no. But it's Parker. Yeah. He's, got his 3-piece suit and he's ready to do some damage. Yeah. So, it was kind of like, okay, I see it. So now that means that we get to see Parker versus the winner of Moose Haas. Can I just call him Moose?
Yeah, like Moose.
I don't feel like Moose Haas flows very well. It sounds weird. Haas. Sounds like some kind of piece you would buy at IKEA.
Oh yeah.
Like a bedside table or something. I'm just gonna call him Moose. But the winner of Moose and Saul. Yeah, so that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. So but Parker makes his way to a final.
Yeah.
Because like after that loss to Chandru, I think it was like, and he had a couple uncharacteristic misses in this one too, but he made up for it with steals. Yeah.
That fantasy sci-fi. Especially when that was his first spin on it. I think he spun it and stuck with it.
I think, like you said, like it might as well be mixed bag anyways, how broad it is. Basically. So it's like, why not just focus? Because I don't think Middle Earth was on there. I don't think. But there's so many other categories that he could have gotten. I
guess he was thinking maybe because it's so broad, maybe it'll be more surface level.
Maybe.
But that's a risky gamble. You never know with specialty divisions.
We've had theories like that in the past of like, nobody's ever really
we've played with theories like that in round 2 and gotten burned by it. Yeah. So it's like, never mind. Just prepare for the worst.
It doesn't always pan out that way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited to see him in the final because he was one of those, like last season, got a huge disappointment in the tournament. And just like, he's one of those who was like, he's going to go all the way. He's going to be holding the title sooner or later. He hit another road bump with Chandru in the number 1 contender match. So it's like,
I would love to see a bigger IG tournament.
Yeah.
I know that the pool might be kind of, shallow.
It's very, I imagine like that's what's weird about especially the divisions this year. It feels like the Star Wars division was more deep than the IG division this year.
Almost, yeah.
Am I wrong in saying that?
No, because, I feel like that's a fair thing to say.
Rattle off as many IG competitors you can think of right now.
Oh, well, I don't like that game.
Because I'm not asking you to do it, but it's like it's hard once you get past like your
Chandras, your Mikes, your Robert
Parker's, Chance,
everybody in this tournament.
Mm-hmm. But then you go, it's like, all right, so rattle off as many Star Wars competitors as you can right off the bat. It's like.
Yeah.
Because you've heard so much about so many competitors and everybody's doing really well.
Yeah.
So it's like, expand the tournament, and that's why you got one IG tournament and you have 2 Star Wars tournaments. So it's, It's curious. I was like, why not just make Star Wars one big tournament?
That would be wild.
Split them into two.
God, that'd be so exhausting.
Yeah, that I would. Now that I said it out loud, I was like, no, yeah, okay, that's exactly why, because like
that'd be exhausting, and also terrible. It just burns a lot of questions too.
Yeah, it burns a lot of questions, and to ask competitors to do that week after week after week after week. I'm like, come on, 3 in a row is hard to do. That's a hard feat to win 3 in a row.
Think about the singles tournament. Mm-hmm. Woof.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No thanks.
So
let's see what we got coming up next week. We've got, would you look at that? We got the IG tournament semifinal between Saul the Den and a Moose of the Finstock Exchange.
Winner goes on to meet Parker in the final.
Mm-hmm. And then after that on Thursday, we have Eric Zipper of Swag versus Janine of the Stars.
Ooh, former teammates.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That's going to be good.
And then on Friday the 10th, we got Brittany Young of the Stars versus James White of Corruption.
Yes, wow. This is the first time we were seeing James White. We haven't seen him in a long time. Season. Holy.
Yeah.
Wowie.
And Brittany Young coming off a pretty convincing win, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who she faced last.
Was it Klee?
Wiggins? I think so. Did she knock her out?
I think. I don't remember.
So many matches.
Well, I think Klee got a knockout, but I don't know if Brittany did. But I remember she did well.
Yeah.
Maybe she did. I don't know. Who knows? There's too much to keep track of. And then Friday the 10th. Is this a pay-per-view? Oh, it is a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. The Star Wars title match between Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta of the Quirky Mercs versus Thomas the Major Harper of the Den.
Harper has been looking very impressive. I know we said at the beginning of the season, it's like, okay, yeah, you beat Alex so many times. Oh, Dragon Con winner, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got, son. This is the movie trivia Schmoedown. And then he comes out guns a-blazing.
Oh, yeah.
He's impressive in his first match against Adam Witt. Runs through some difficult competition in that tournament. And now he's up for the title.
Yeah, because it was never like, oh, well, whatever. You run to Dragon Con. Cool. It was never like, I don't believe it kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It was always just, that's great. This is a different game. Mm-hmm. Let's see how it goes. And he's definitely been proving that it kind of translates for him.
We never said that. We didn't only just say that about him. We said it about every single rookie coming in. Like, because everybody was talking themselves up. It's like, oh man, I have all these wins. And also other places, I have a podcast, talk about Star Wars all the time. It's like, all right, let me see what you got.
Yeah. The difference between that and like the Dragon Con players is that we have tape on the Dragon Con players.
Yeah, like loose tape. Yeah.
Loose. Sure.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the difference. When you have like something that you can watch, something tangible, that you can watch them demonstrate their knowledge, then it's like, okay, I've seen them in action.
Yeah.
But everybody else is like, oh, I talk about it a lot and I like it a lot and I'm really good and I'm the best. It's like, okay, well, that I need to see it to believe it. And many of which have proven it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Dragon Con people, it was never like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. It was just like, let's see how it translates to this new domain of trivia.
Yeah.
And it's definitely translated well for a lot of the rookies.
Yeah.
So, and Thomas, no exception. So, yeah, this is a tough one.
This is one where it's like, because I'm getting feelings of facing somebody like, not that Laura wasn't tough to beat her. It took a lot to beat Laura Kelly.
Yeah.
But with Thomas, it's got that feeling of, like an Alex Damon. Like the first time I went up against Alex Damon, it has that kind of feeling.
I agree.
It's like,
wholeheartedly.
Man, if you slip up, that's it.
Not much room.
Not much room.
For that.
Not much room to slip up for either of us.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree. It feels different.
It feels much different because I faced Laura before. Like I know exactly what to expect, and I knew with Alex it was like I never played him before.
Yeah.
But we have all this tape on him.
Yeah.
And that was the feeling. That's the feeling going into this match, and preparing for this match was like, oh.
Okay,
you gotta focus
out
up
for us, huh?
So,
but yeah,
it's gonna be a big one.
That's what we got,
and that's a one match pay per view.
A one matcher, yeah.
Really, that's it. We only have 3 matches that week.
No, 4.
4. Okay,
we got an Innergeekdom, 2 singles, and then the pay per view, and then it goes into next week. Math is everywhere.
It's everywhere. Don't
please
don't talk bad about it.
Please don't,
especially in public.
Please don't. Wonder where that person is now.
Yeah, I want to make that a shirt. Just slap her beyond the Schmoedown logo above it and go, math is everywhere. It has nothing to do with nothing to do with movie trivia or anything. It's just math is everywhere.
It is though.
I'm gonna make it. I'll commission Brian Ward to do it.
It's ridiculous.
Does he listen to the show anymore? I doubt he does.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
Probably not. I doubt he ever did.
I know Eric listens to the show.
Hi, Eric, if you're listening. We love you.
Keep up the great work, my man. Anyways, I think that's a nice, concise episode. Only 3 matches, so I didn't expect to go over 45 minutes, but
yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of stuff, that's going to be coming up soon.
Very soon, yeah.
We've got, we're going to be starting the Star Wars tournament soon. Oh God. And then, we're going to be heading into round 2 of singles. So it's okay to have a little bit of a,
Yeah, and we really can't talk much about the Star Wars tournament just yet because the brackets aren't official until after the title match.
Exactly.
So,
a lot of things hinge on that match.
A lot of things have to be shifted if one thing goes one way or if it goes the other way. So
exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's why if you look on the website,
it's just this tournament match.
Yeah, Star Wars tournament round 1 match, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think the only thing that doesn't change in either one of those is the Damon match.
Right.
Which totally excited to see.
Yeah.
Everybody's been wanting to see Damon versus Damon.
Yeah, that will never change come hell or high water. Yeah. That will always be that match.
It's going to be great. And Molly's like, yeah, give me Alex. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Gotta give it to her. Gotta give her credit.
You know how to get under your husband's skin, so.
And I hope they get to be in the same room, but I feel like they won't be.
I think they have their own offices. I think they'll go in there. Unless they somehow made it a studio match. That would be fun. That'd be real fun to see them in a studio match.
It would be. I'm not sure why they... Well, who knows? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They got time.
Yeah. We don't.
Anyways, so Star Wars competitor, Nicki Dimalanta, where can they find you online?
Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Dimmy. DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA, on TikTok at Drew_Dimalanta. Got some great videos. I told you about them. You're gonna like them. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. And listen to us on audio form. Please follow the feed and rate us.
If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon in the lower right hand corner. See when we do things on the YouTube,
which is Radcast. 6th episode of Radcast just went up last week.
Listen to us talk about wrangling bats.
It's such an adventure.
It was a good time.
Great time.
Can add that to my resume. Bat wrangler.
With my child's play net.
Yeah.
Listen to the episode. Hear the full story.
I wrangled a bat with a child's play toy. Tune in to see how that goes.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We'll see you next time.